Welcome Ji. Let's start. So today we are discussing the different way Java support you can create a declare loop. In generally, whenever a developer start learning Java language, so generally all the programming books, internet website generally prefer way to coach you to learn you imperative way of writing code. But since Java 8, Java support declarative style as well as. So we can create loop using Stream API and Lambda expression. That is known as a declarative styles of looping. So sometimes a internal loop or external loop. So we have to look the both way how you can declare a defines loop. Okay. So let us look the code level. Okay. So here we are in the code. So in generally loop, let's key I want to make a loop for integer I equal to 0 semicolon I less than 10 semicolon I plus plus. So this is the normal way of doing loop. Let's say I want to print some tens number. Okay, so you can say shout. Okay, let's here say I just space plus like your I, comma separated value. So in this way you can print a 10 number 0 to 9. So this is the generally all the developer whenever someone say please the loop you can do this way, there is no any problem, it will be okay. But what are the different way? So same way you can using see the stream API, just set range I want 0 to 10 number and just for each I, so whatever you have written here same you can do this. Okay, just is out different. So this is okay, here you have to mention your I. So this is the different way in general nowadays whenever latest development happen in our IT industry or prefer you can use this is high level API. This is the lambda expressions. So this is the one way. Sometime you can say uh, instead of this you can also same achieve using the different way. Let's you have a one API stream dot iterate. Iterate take let's key I want start 0 then I let's less than 10 and then you can say I equal to I plus 1 and after that you can just same for each whatever you want. Now you can get the same style. So this is your in general imperative way of styling code. These are the declarative way of styling code. Okay. Even sometime you can say ki uh, here we have options. Uh, this is the different flavor as well as you can instead of writing this way you can also write this way. Like instead of this you can say just condition you can remove here and here you can say I want to limit only 10 element, yeah 20 element whatever you want. So this is a kind of infinite loops and from here you can say I just want to 10 value. So you can get either 10 element only, right? So this is the way you can write loop using the for loop or int stream API or stream dot iterate. Sometime here say ki okay I can just skip some value. Let's see if I e- not equal to 2. You can put some condition here, then you are printing only. So here say if I equal to not 2 means you are skipping 2. So here you can just not printing the 2. So here you also can apply like a filter. Filter say whatever the I not equal to 2, just make a not. Okay, so you can apply filter here. Whatever you can apply conditions key, something break loop or something, then you can apply here also. Even you can apply here also. Whatever we needed we can do. So sometime you say I can do some multiplications here. Sometime you can say here I can say intra temp equal to like I multiply by 2, just multiplication 2 I want, and here receives a 2. Okay, so some kind of you can do some is in for loop you can do manual operations. So here you are checking the double. So or simply here you can say just map whatever the I value you are get, I multiply by 2 2. So in this way you can filter then map. So you are getting the same multiplication by here too. So these are the very handy way. Now you are getting the same result. So here you are specifying 10 element, that means they return 10. You specify 9 element, then they return 9 element. But in the case of here you apply the condition less than 10 or less than 10. So both options you can do. You are get. So these are the some simplest way to write the loop. Generally, these are the way you are writing code known as a imperative style code, where each and everything you do manually. You specify, right? Seam can achieve the standard way, which nowadays the development prefer is to write using the high level code, maybe Stream API or int Stream API. Here, similar kind of thing you can do. So here you say, yeah, I want to range from 0 to 10. I want to filter out this. I want to map and just print it the value. You can achieve same using the Stream API as well as. The Stream API say flexibly. Here you can say, I want to just this is the initial value and this is the condition, this is the increment decrement. And here your if condition, you want to filter something. Here you want to map something, and here you want to print something. So these are the different styles of coding. So generally as a developer we should know as a Java language what is the new capability, new feature Java support. So we should know all the way writing code. Someone may ask, you can use the loop, infinite loop, and get only 10 digit number, a 20, a 30. You can use this way. So java.stream, the first parameter your initial value, second parameter conditions until your loop is going on, and third parameter here you can say the increment value, means you want to increment by 1 or by 2 or by 3 or by 4. So this is the way generally all our Java developer writing a loop. But please try to use the latest way which Java enforce. If you want to something loop, you can use this iterate, stream.iterate. That have a lots of benefit here. Filter, map, and for loop. Whatever you can do here, you can do. But what is the benefit? What you can achieve here? What we can achieve? This is Stream API, and here, in the case of, let's see your code, this code is you cannot place inside your multi-threaded environment. If you want someone change, I want to run this program in multi-threaded, this code works? Surely not works. But this code, same sequence of code, whatever you are using in a Stream API or Lambda expression, same code is capable to run in single threaded application and even your multi-threaded application. So this is the major benefit. You can do parallel. Here I want to this code run in the parallelly in the multiple thread. So we have to write some kind of a code to run in a multi-threaded environment. But here just you say I want to all the executions should be in parallel. Just dot is parallel. So lots of benefits you are getting from a Stream API. Here lots of option, you have option. You can say I want to execute all this value in parallel. Now your code is in the form of multi-threaded environment. On the different core they are run. So such kind of additional benefit this Stream API offer, and generally they are here. You are changing the some variable, you are modifying the existing variable, you are in the loop, you are doing multiplication manually, but here all the operation are doing is the thread shape operation. Existing variable are not going to modify it. So here immutability, multi-threading by default supported. But in the case of a normal for loop, if someone say this code be immutable, can support multi-threading, you have to write some set up additional effort, synchronize wait so that key multiple thread cannot make the some problem. But in the Stream API, all the multi-threaded benefit, parallel threading, concurrent programming, each and everything you get by default. And nowadays, your applications are deployed in the Docker, in the cloud, and anytimes your application sometime maybe run on the one instance, sometime run on a different instance, sometime want to increase the performance, you can run a multi-threaded environment. For those scenario, we as a developer we should know what are the best way to write the code. So whenever next time you are going to write a loop, please try to use int streams or stream. Int stream just for a increment by 111, you want to increment by 2 here, you can just change the value here and your number can be incremented by the 2. So stream dot iterate offer more flexible way to write the code. Okay, so hope now you are clear what is the declarative style code. This is the declarative style code and this is your imperative style code, the old and general way developer write the code. Okay, so now you know what is the normal way to write the code as an imperative style code, what is the declarative style code, how Stream API offers set up iterate method या int stream classes using the lambda expression. Using Stream API we can do loop in the standard way and we can get the benefit of declarative style language. So if you want to get more understanding, this is general humble request, you write some simple code about the stream.iterate, stream int stream.range, and just play with that, just run the dummy code, and then you feel the way Java want our developer should be write code in this way. All days, year by year, Java as a language improving the way writing a code. So as a developer, our responsibility, each year, each day we have to learn the way Java want to write the code. Okay, so please be use this declarative styles approach while writing a code. From this note, I would like to say thank you for watching this video.